The highest court in Colorado has declared that former President Donald Trump is ineligible to hold office again due to his involvement in the January 6, 2021 attack on the United States Capitol by his supporters. This verdict, announced on Tuesday, marks the first instance in U.S. history where a presidential candidate has been disqualified from the presidency under a seldom applied section of the U.S. Constitution. This provision prohibits officials who have participated in insurrection or rebellion against the Constitution after swearing to defend it. The spokesperson for Trump's campaign criticized the ruling as flawed and pledged to promptly appeal to the United States Supreme Court. Here's additional information on the ruling and its potential impact on Trump's 2024 presidential aspirations. What did the Colorado court rule on Donald Trump on Tuesday? The Colorado Supreme Court, with a narrow majority, determined that the former president cannot hold the U.S. presidency and should be excluded from the state's ballot. This decision was based on Section 3 of the 14th Amendment of the U.S. Constitution, which prohibits individuals engaged in insurrection or rebellion from seeking federal office. We do not reach these conclusions lightly, the Colorado Supreme Court wrote in its 4-3 majority decision. We are mindful of the magnitude and weight of the questions now before us, the Colorado justices said. We are likewise mindful of our solemn duty to apply the law without fear or favor and without being swayed by public reaction to the decisions that the law mandates we reach. This marks the inaugural instance where a court has made a ruling grounded in Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which was ratified in 1868 following the conclusion of the Civil War. Before this, a judge in the state had deemed Trump's actions on January 6, 2021 as insurrection but refrained from disqualifying him, citing that Section 3 doesn't pertain to presidents. The Colorado Supreme Court halted its decision, awaiting review by the U.S. Supreme Court. The decision aligned with the stance of advocacy groups and activists seeking Trump's disqualification from the presidential race due to his role in the January 6, 2021 Capitol attack. Numerous lawsuits in various U.S. states have aimed to bar Trump from running for president within those states. Previous similar lawsuits in Michigan, Florida, and New Hampshire were dismissed by courts. Additionally, the disqualification case was rejected by the Minnesota Supreme Court. Nonetheless, this ruling may serve as a precedent, potentially prompting other states, particularly those crucial for Trump's electoral success, to pursue comparable rulings. What happened on January 6, 2021? On January 6, 2021, a crowd of Trump supporters breached the U.S. Capitol, aiming to halt Congress from certifying Joe Biden's election win. Prior to this, Trump had prematurely claimed victory and made allegations of voter fraud. During a speech on the day of the riot, Trump encouraged his supporters to head to the Capitol. A committee in the U.S. Congress determined that Trump bore responsibility for the events at the Capitol. Can Trump still run for presidency, and what does it mean for the 2024 election? Should the ruling withstand Supreme Court scrutiny, its impact on the November 2024 election might be limited as Trump isn't reliant on winning Colorado, a state leaning toward the Democratic Party. Colorado contributes 9 out of the necessary 270 electoral votes needed to secure the presidency. In the 2020 election, Biden secured the state with a margin of over 13 percentage points. Nonetheless, comparable legal actions might arise in battleground states pivotal for Trump's success. While these courts wouldn't be obligated to follow the Colorado verdict, it's probable that judges will examine it closely when forming their own judgments. Thank you for watching. If you found this video enjoyable, don't forget to show your support by hitting the like button and subscribing if you're not already a part of our community. Join us in the next video for more engaging content.